Hello everybody, my name is Obi Isaac and I'm your host for today. And today we're having a real life conversation behind the scene, things that happen that we don't get to hear about. Okay, with me today is a guest that's traveled wide and far. Join me as I make welcome Mr. Reno. Mr. Reno, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, so Mr. Reno, can we have a brief introduction?
Yeah, my name is Reno SNR. I'm a spoken word artist, a singer, songwriter, and a poet, to be precise.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I didn't know you were a poet also. Okay, so today we're having a conversation, and we want to bring it home. We want to, what are those things that happen behind the scene? A lot of things that we don't get to hear, and all of a sudden we just see them trending on Instagram. Okay, so what are those things that people need to hear before either going into a community, joining a record label, all of those things? Can you just share a brief experience? What do you think? What are those things that are mandatory before signing a record label?
I don't really know where to start from, but I think I will start from those things that are mandatory for a person to know before you sign a record label deal. First and foremost, you need to get yourself a lawyer. You need to get legal backup and legal, just get yourself a lawyer. We have lawyers that actually attend to a lot of things, but we have lawyers for entertainment and the industry. So get yourself a lawyer, because there are a lot of stuff that you might end up discovering. If you don't have backup, you are going to be messed up a big time. Do you understand the point?
All right.
So you need to get yourself a lawyer. Then make sure you read whatever contract is being given to you. Make sure you read and digest. Don't just read for reading's sake. Make sure you read and digest. That's one thing. And you need to know that not all that are shining, not all that glitters are actually gold. Not all deals that you see that you get will actually favor you. So you need to be able to discern. You need to know what's good for you and what's not good for you.
Okay, so what exactly should a Christian creative be looking at when joining or wanting to sign a record deal with all of this record label out there?
Like I said the first time, like I said earlier, not all deals are your deal. And also, you need to be able to discern, like I said. But first and foremost, what do you need to know as a Christian singer or a Christian creative who wants to go out there? You need to first get your mind on what you want. Because a person, or let me just say, a person who does not know where he's going to will just be directed anyhow or anywhere. So if you know where you're going to, if you know what you want for yourself in your career or in your creative life or whatever you're doing, make sure that you have a stand. Then you need to be very careful, because the industry is just like a very black market. You need very bright torchlights to enter into the industry, because if you do not hold a very bright torchlight to enter into the black market, you can get lost in the darkness. You can get swallowed and overwhelmed in the darkness, because a lot of these secular artists that you are seeing are actually going through a lot and they are suffering a lot. We are just seeing or hearing Mohbad's experience, and we are all like, there are a lot of people facing that. And I've come to realize that even in the gospel world, it's like that too. But what do you do when it comes to stages or situations like this? You need to first know where you are heading to. You cannot be in a record label that is not godly and you expect godly output. That's one first thing you need to understand as a Christian creative. You have to actually you need to get everything right. With the people you are working with the people you're moving with, you cannot be moving with a wrong set of people and expect yourself to be doing well or excelling well in whatever you're doing. So you need to get it right.
Also, in a nutshell, what you're saying is that as a Christian creative, it is not all record label that we can sign into.
Definitely. Even as a secular artist, I know a lot of secular artists who are my friends that have actually, declined record deals. Even I have deals that I've declined that I won't mention, because things that came with it were overwhelming, man. I can't keep up. I won't lie to you. Speaking of deals that even I have rejected, not everything that comes to you in, shining, glimmery pattern is actually sweet or good. Some time ago, I got a deal that I won't really talk about, but I just want to share this. I got a deal and, 700K for this, for that, and you'll be okay. You get your apartment and you get paid, as a songwriter. But all of a sudden, man, there's just this call I got about having gay sex with people here in the industry, having gay sex. And as a Christian creative, I actually know that I am a Christian, and this is not what I am meant to do. This is not who I am. Even though if it is what the world is doing, I am not in the world. I'm not part of the world. So basically, I turned it down because I cannot cope with it. But a lot of us might not even get to know this early. Like I got the opportunity to know this early. So that's why you have to be very careful. You have to make your research and know what you're doing, and you need to know where you are going. So you won't get to the middle of the road and then get hanged. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Oh, that's that's a shocking revelation to me right now. Truly, because from what you just said, it's enticing. Like the money, the fame, the glitz, the glamour, but yet you stood your ground and you declined. What is that push? What made you?
God is actually our Father, and God actually blesses a lot. So it's just like my motivation actually came from the story of Jesus. Like, when he got tempted by the devil that he should bow down and he would get all of the things of the world. Well, that's a pure lie. God, our Father, actually has access to all of these things, and he could give it to me anytime and any day. So me declining that one is nothing, because, come to think, I'm a Christian. I can't actually be in that kind of community. I can't do that kind of thing. You understand? Because that's not who I am in Christ. That's not what I am built to do. I have a purpose on earth, and I must actually, fulfill my purpose. So how do I beat them if I am part of them? Do you understand the point? We are out here to change the world. We are out here to influence the world positively. We are out here to actually, influence our world and make a change in the world. So if we are to make a change in the world, how would it be if we are part of the world in the wrong and opposite direction? So if you want to make a change, you have to actually be different first. The change must start with you, which is myself. So that's the motivation.
Wow. So God is our Father. He has everything, and
everything
you stood your ground, knowing fully well that everything that is in that deal, you would still get it.
Yes, definitely. For them to actually reach out to me, they know that I am good. I have what it takes. So if they can see me and reach out to me because I am good and I have what it takes, then there are bigger people out there that can also reach out. People who are godly, who are God-fearing, can also reach out, and it will be okay.
Okay, as Christian creatives, how do you handle peer pressure for drugs? Because, most times you see upcoming acts, they introduce them to drugs, and most times leads them into depression and all of that. How do you handle such?
Yeah, this actually reminds me of something. Based on this conversation, I have a project coming up, drugs and depression, and I really want to do it for everybody out there, both Christians and non-Christians. You see, the drugs and depression, peer pressure issue and all, it's something very disturbing, and it's something very alarming. Like, we are trying to fight the battle big time. But you see, peer pressure is something that does not have any effect on the Christian, because you are not living by what people are saying. You are not living by what people are doing. You are not living by what you are saying, but you are living by the words that comes out of the mouth of God. That's the point. You are living, you are acting, you are doing everything you do by His word, by what He has said, what He has asked you to do, what He has commanded you to do. You are not living by what you are saying, you are hearing, or you understand my point? Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. So basically, you must actually understand that fact, that you don't have to be scared or be controlled or be worried about what people are saying or what people think about you. And more so, as a Christian, if you're living the way you're supposed to live as a Christian, if you're living a Christ-like life, I can really bet it with you that depression, drugs, or even peer pressure has nothing on you, to be very honest.
Okay, so just to take it aside a bit, so people that already found themselves into these drugs, what's your advice for them? How can they come out of it?
I feel like everybody needs help when it comes to that aspect. And there are people who are professionals. There are people who are professionals who knows how to tackle issues like that. So once you know that you have issues with drugs, depression, just reach out to the right people, professionals, therapists who would help you out. Because depression and drugs is actually killing. I can't count numbers of youth we've lost to this war, to this battle. I have friends who have died. There's this particular trending drug now, Colos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, on Colos.
Yes, on Colos. Yeah. I actually have a lot of friends that I know that have died due to the abuse, overdose of Colos. Do you understand the point? So if you need help, if you really know that this thing is eating you up and it's killing you, reach out to people that can help. There are a lot of people out there. Go online, make your research. You are going to see answers to your questions. People are out there willing, ready to help you at no cost, to be very honest. So just try to seek help. Even God said it, if you seek God, you will find God. So if you seek help, you will find help. That is how it is.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you so much. Because, you see a lot of persons are into these drugs and they can't come out. And secondly, there's something else I was thinking about. When you already joined a music label or something, and, all of these things were not introduced to you, but when you're part of the family already and they introduce these things to you and they make it feel like it's mandatory or compulsory, how do you handle such?
I actually feel, to be very honest with you, there's no way you'll be going to a place and you will not make research about the place. I don't really know how to put it to you, but what it is will always be. So you cannot tell me that a wolf, no matter how a wolf is being dressed, being cleaned, being designed or whatever, it is still a wolf. You will see that this is a wolf. No matter the designing, the painting, the whatever you put on a wolf. If you see a lion and if you see a sheep, you actually know. It's evident. Character, attitude, whatever you do is like a smoke. You can't hide it. It's going to be evident. So you can't tell me that you're going into a record label and you don't know that you are doing drugs or you don't know that they are doing this. You don't know. I don't want to mention names, but there are people in the industry that are merely looking at them, merely seeing them, you know that this is a drug person. It is evident. You will know. So you can't tell me that you are getting a deal from so. We have record labels doing well in Nigeria that everybody are aspiring to be. And I have seen a lot of record labels that even my friends who are artists will tell you that, God forbid, God no go. If they send me a message, I'm not going to even go because I don't think they with them because of what they do. So it's evident. It's on social media. It's on the internet. It's everywhere. You see it. You know that this is who these people are. They are not even hiding it anymore. Come on, we are on social media. We are seeing it. They are not hiding it anymore. So you know, you should just not be don't get carried away by the riches, the glamour, everything. Think, do the right thing, and pray.
Amazing. Okay. Before we go, I also wanted to ask, what do you think is the role of the church? The role of the church in general. We're not talking about the denomination now.
Yeah,
the church in general. What is our role? What is the role of the church to curb all of this things happening?
You see, speaking of the role of the church, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to say, but to be truthful, the church has actually been a very, very, very wonderful platform for a lot.
Yeah, because a lot of artists start from the church, right?
Yes, yeah. But I would be very honest with us here because I myself am an artist, and apart from working in the church and singing in the church and doing a lot of things in the church, there are things out there that is actually more enticing than what the church offers. I'll be very truthful. Okay. I'll be very, very truthful here. You see, the church gives us the platform to actually start whatever we do. Yeah, the church gives us the platform to actually come up here, make mistakes and correct our mistakes and, do again. But not all churches will give you that chance. Not all. So if you're in a church that is actually giving you that chance, just be grateful. And also, you see, the point is, the church should actually be supportive. Because sometimes, a lot of us artists, we started from the church, but because the church is not even paying attention to us and nobody's really giving a single damn about what we are doing, we just go out to look for the attention elsewhere. You understand? The church should actually give people chances to actually, give them attention that they need. There are a lot of gospel artists who are actually turning secular artists because of the attention they are getting outside. Wow. The church should invest more on creatives. I know that some denominations are trying when it comes to that, but we need to do more as a church. We need to reach out to talents. We need to actually help groom talents, and we need to help train talents so that we can actually use them for God. Because the devil is using most of the talents out there to actually gain more followers for himself. Because subconsciously, you see, music is actually so amazing to the extent that you can actually get connected to something subconsciously without you even knowing because of music. So we check on media now, we see different videos of satanism out there on stages live, and we just ignore, be like, it's na paparazzi, now just make the show sweet. No, these people are being serious, they are being deliberate. They know what they are doing, and they are using music because music is the fastest way. Music plus social media, those medium are the fastest way now that the devil is using. So if the devil can use it, if the devil can hijack talent from the church, why is the church sleeping? The church should wake up and take this serious. Talents are going out. Talents are wasting. Talents are dying. Mohbad's father is a pastor. And yet, see the way the world or the devil just took Mohbad. A great talent. The most wealthiest place in the world, the most wealthiest spot in the world is the graveyard. But people don't know. You understand? So the church should not let talents waste or talents die off like this.
Great, amazing. The church should, from everything you've just said, the church should wake up. The church should wake up. I heard that like 3 times from your feedback. The church should wake up and invest in this Christian creatives, so that those things that are glamorous out there, we can have it in the church,
and we can actually use it to help raise talents.
Amazing.
For God.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. Reno. It has been an awesome and wonderful time sharing with you, sharing your experience.
Thank you for having me.
We're grateful that you could, share time and experience with us. Thank you. So it's about conversations. So our take home is that as a Christian creatives, you're starting up, you're doing anything, make sure you are not desperate. Don't be in a hurry to sign any record deal or do anything. Make sure you get a lawyer. Make sure you calm down, read that deal. Do a research about the company and the label you are joining, and be sure of what you're getting yourself into, so that in the long run, you would not be trending in the wrong way. Thank you for joining us. My name is still Isaac, and thank you, and God bless you. Thank
Peace.
You.